Well, I mean, this program honestly has a lot of tradition, but there hasn't been a lot of instances of getting here, of a woman getting here and shutting discs. Just what does that mean to you? Do you have a sense for kind of the historical context of an achievement like that?
It's been a goal of mine, and I think it means a lot just because I know that it makes Coach Whitsitt pretty proud and makes me happy, and it's very it's very wholesome to be part of a group that cares so much and puts in so much time for you. This is including like teammates and coaches, and I think it's great to have so much support and then for it to kind of pay off in the end, and then it kind of just turns into excitement because, I mean, you make a big meet and then you just end up just wanting to have fun at the meet. So,
Do you have any more reflections on that? Just being part of a group that's having success. I mean, is that somebody for you that you feed off of? That I mean, are you more locked into your own stuff, or does that help you? Think?
Oh yeah, I think Minay is my training partner, and so having her, kind of, we're just always competing, like with throws and kind of in a friendly way. But it's good to have somebody just right next to you, pushing you. I think right now, one thing that people bring up a lot is like how amazing it is to have a school record, but I have my teammate right behind me. Like, I might have it right now, but at the end of the day, like, we're going to end up competing for it back and forth, and I'm really excited for that because we're just going to keep pushing each other and making each other better, and even at practice, we still push each other and make each other better, so it feels good.
Jade, is there anything about your trajectory since you showed up last year to right now that has surprised you?
I think my discus has definitely surprised me. I became a little more athletic over the summer and kind of worked on agility and stuff like that and learning how to control my body in a bigger ring. And so discus has been going pretty well for me, and it was a little unexpected. Not from my coach, which he'll brag about if you ever ask him about it, but I was kind of I wasn't expecting to be like a decent discus thrower, and making a big meet feels really good, and yeah.
How hard was that? How challenging was that to get your disc to maybe where you feel as comfortable as in shot?
It wasn't really focused on. It was more like I want to be an athletic person this summer, kind of overall athletic abilities, and then I showed up to throw, and turns out it works in the discus, so it kind of just applied. So it wasn't like the main focus. Even throwing wasn't the main focus. I just kind of wanted to kind of work on athleticism, and then, yeah, it kind of just worked in with shot and disc, I guess.
Is that the speed camp you were talking about earlier this year?
Yes, Coach Radcliffe had a speed camp over the summer, and it was a lift session, and then after the lift you go out and you work on piston mechanics and sprints and hills and sand sprints and all this different just really hard stuff that you hate during the time but you end up loving. And so it was very helpful.
Was it something you had ever done before?
Definitely not, but I'll definitely do it again. I have, honestly, like, and I guess this sounds weird because it's track world, but as a thrower, I hadn't even heard the word piston mechanic before I got here. And so it was new to me in the beginning, and then kind of working what a piston mechanic is, and then building and, like, different sprints. And it's kind of interesting because I never really knew about that world.
I know everybody here knows what piston mechanics is, but just in case, can you maybe explain what that is?
Piston mechanics is basically, like, the proper way to sprint. Like this position, kind of like piston, which I never did before, but I can do now. So, yeah.
Who were your role models growing up? I mean, is there anybody you admired growing up and tried to kind of model your technique after, anything like that?
Track-wise, I would say, her name, I have her Instagram name in my head. What's her name? Michelle Carter. Definitely. Even though she's a glider, I kind of started off gliding when I was throwing, and so I watched her a lot, and her just as a person is very inspiring, activist, and I love her. So definitely her. And then I also thought I was going to be a soccer player, so I have a lot of soccer player inspirations even now. So yeah, a lot of women that I looked up to, especially women of color that kind of like paved the way and made like everything kind of start. So yeah.
Are you going into this feeling like you have nothing to lose? Or do you feel like you're going into this as a contender?
I think I definitely have different mindsets for the different events. So discus, I think the nothing to lose kind of mindset. Go in, do my absolute best, and see where it lands me. I think coming in second flight, I threw like 48 meters last year as a best. So I don't think anyone was expecting me to get here. And so being here, I can kind of just be that underdog and kind of see where I can land within the discus realm. And then shot put, I do have expectations for myself, and I kind of definitely want to make finals, and then again do my best and see where I can kind of land myself and PR in both, hopefully.
Is shot put first?
Shot put is first, Thursday.
Is that better?
I prefer it. Yeah, I prefer shot first just because I get the most kind of nervous on the first event, and I'm pretty good at like kind of managing nerves and using them to throw far. So, kind of having that like amp and energy. Like this is my first. I'm hoping the stadium's gonna be packed, so this is gonna be a lot of energy, and this is my first national meet. So, hoping to use all of that for shot put. Yeah.
So much hype is always put on all the different teams that are coming in and things like that. But what sense of defending home turf do you guys sort of have, and just that mindset of this is our home, like we belong here?
I think a lot of it is just being, for me personally, I try to be as humble and welcoming as possible. I think especially in the throws community, we're all here to support each other, and kind of even though I'm competing against the number one seeded person, I'm still going to cheer this person on, because it's kind of a welcome to Hayward Field, and this place is amazing, and I hope everybody does their best, and I don't know, maybe someone's best could be better than your best, but everybody should do their best, and so I think defending home turf is kind of different from me, just because I feel like I want everybody to do well, and I want everybody to be happy, kind of a thing. This is a happy place, so I'm hoping everybody can get some there. So yeah,